Hello. Welcome to another episode of TMI Tuesdays. I am your host, Tonk 7. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday month so far. I know there's a lot of holidays and religious times during this time, so I hope everybody is enjoying themselves and relaxing and maybe looking back on the year or accomplishments, trying to maybe finish some things off before the new year. I just wish everybody who watches this show and who participates in everything that we have going on, I just want to say thank you very much. And I just wanted to say that, as I reflect on having this podcast and having this platform and being on here every week, sometimes we get into podcast kind of banter, and when we have discussions or when we make jokes, it is all, we have it with the best intentions. And I want this place to be a place where people can come and enjoy their time and say how they feel and enjoy and be part of what we have as a community. And I am trying to learn and evolve as having this role, and I might make mistakes along the way, but if I do ever make mistakes, they're honest mistakes. And I just want to say this now because I plan on doing this for a long time, and who knows where it's going to grow to or what's going to be. So I just kind of wanted to say that, and I'm just very appreciative of having this, and I'm very thankful for everybody that puts on for these shows, especially our producers, our team. We got everybody in the group chat, and just making it happen. I'm just very happy to be here, and I don't always want to rant on, but I figured I'd say it at the beginning and just let y'all know how I feel, and I'm very happy. So how are we doing tonight? Who's with me?
What's going on?
We got my man Color. We got Shake Money, the producer, and
good evening.
Crypto, Capitan. I think all you are producers. I'm like the other one who isn't. I just come on here and talk and leave. I don't even know why you guys put up with me. That's because I've been here from the beginning. They're like, he's like grandfather did with his gray facial hair.
Yeah. The only thing Crypto produces is hate for the Gators. Him and his Gator slander.
That's right, because whatever he said about the 500 cryptocurrency that he's going to give out is going to go to me, so it's fine. The Bitcoin, it's
going to you. Are you declaring yourself the winner of the prize?
I mean, obviously.
Okay. That's all good.
Thank for everyone in the comments so far. We got Flava J, we got Mansa Chill. Let's see, Aquavision, Dolphinier. We got some Moya TV. I don't know if I've seen that person before. Mansa Chill. We got some newcomers here tonight. I'm very happy to see that. And I hope everyone's doing good. Y'all doing good? for the
I'm
holidays?
doing great, buddy.
At least the
great
best
holiday.
you
Yeah,
can?
I was just actually thinking earlier. It occurred to me that this is probably the best Christmas I've ever had in my life.
Good.
I don't know. I can remember Christmas getting Ninja Turtles and shit, So.
Yeah, I won't fight later. That's the
I've had some
best. But
Oh, right. I forgot about the Nintendo year.
Yep.
That's right.
Oh man, actually one of my best
Super
one of my
Nintendo.
best Christmases. I got the Masters of the Universe castle, the Grayskull castle.
Listen,
so actually,
one of them.
This Christmas is really good for me because I went to 2 Christmas get-togethers, one on Christmas Eve and one on Christmas Day, and that's the first time I've done that. Well, not the first time. It's the second time I've done it since leaving Florida, which was 5 years ago. So, but the first time I did it, I was in a state where I had family. I have no family up here, so this was all people that I met and became friends with and stuff. So it's actually really nice because it's taken me a while to actually make friends here, and the only friends I've made were from doing things that I do, like science and music. That's the real friends that I've actually made. So it's probably a reason for that. They're like worth being friends, nothing temporary. But yeah. So anyways, last TMI of the year.
Oh fuck! Didn't even think about that.
And we didn't even have in last year. Like
right.
I wasn't really doing it. So this is really the first time as me as a host, I've had like a year-end show.
Truth be told, no lies.
It's pretty cool. Thank you everybody for being there for that. I didn't even realize that
milestone.
until just now. Definitely. And we just had our 2 years last month, so lots of milestones. Almost 6,000 subscribers.
80 away. 80 away from 6,000.
80 away.
80 away. That's what we need.
98%.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
99.
More subscribers we get, we force YouTube to come to the table with us.
Yeah, I know. Fucking pricks.
And I just got that song, and my song just got released on Spotify. The song that I executive produced, like I have royalties and like all streaming rights. I'm not getting. I just kind of gave it away, but like anything that happens with that song, I have royalties for life.
Fucking right. Let's get that bitch popping.
Mm-hmm. Maybe later we'll post a link or figure out a way to do that. So all right. So anyways, what do we got? What do we got first? Because we've already taken up all these people's time with freaking.
Enough
with freaking stuff that with
pretty boy stuff.
What do you call that stuff? What is that?
Banter?
Yeah, no, maybe I can't think of the word.
Fuck it.
All right, man, I got some notes. I got some notes. I'm so happy to share with y'all. So, all right. Thursday night football, December 21st, right? Saints Rams. So this is what I love about football. These types of scores, that second touchdown in the end zone to bring the Saints to 14. Those corner catches, Rams up 14-30 though. Damn. But that was a dope ass catch. I forgot. And then Carr threw to number 17 in the end zone. So yeah, they scored 2 touchdowns.
Devontae Adams.
in 1 minute.
Yep, but it was all too late, bro.
The Saints. Carr throws for the Saints. He's not in the Saints.
Yeah, he's on the Saints.
Carr's on the Saints.
Devontae Adams isn't on the Saints. He's on the.
Fucking my fault.
I don't know who the first, but Perry. It was number 17 to catch in the end zone.
Is that Garrett Wilson? I think that's Garrett Wilson.
And then they went for 2.
Yeah, I know. All for naught.
Dude, Derek Carr is such a good quarterback, man. I
fucking hate Derek Carr. I'm not gonna lie.
He can be a really, really good quarterback. Like he can get down.
Potential's always been there.
But then I think there was something significant because that missed call on Perry, he was tugging out his jersey.
Refs
number 17.
But when you're a team like those teams, those calls make or break you, dude. That's the problem.
Right. Exactly. That's why I
Just
took
like
that
being a
note down.
fighter. Just like being a fighter, you don't let it end up in the judges' scorecards, dude. You knock
Yeah.
out the opponent, and you ain't got to worry about it.
And that speaking in like that block punt was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I paused Pokemon Go to type some notes, just so y'all know. I even put that on here.
You ain't even catching none.
I was like, hold up. Because I was supposed to have, well, I took today off instead, but I was supposed to have Friday off. But I got a request to go do some inspections, so I just ended up working summer Friday. So it was nice to have that game on Thursday night because like my plans changed, but I still had to have football.
Bet.
But
so much
yeah,
football
so
over the
the
break.
Bills Chargers game.
Bills barely
And you
beat
said
the Chargers.
you said the Chargers were going to win because the interim head coach. No, you know it. And I made sure to put notes about this because all of y'all were rooting and ranting that it was the new head coach and the interim and all this energy and all this.
And a backup quarterback. Listen, again.
Yeah, I tried to talk him off that ledge, Tonk, about that. That was coming
like,
to a halt.
Hey, and I don't have a problem with it, but I just had to rag on it because it was all y'all like consecutive, like y'all like.
But that's what we want to happen.
This
is what we want to have happen because it's the Bills. We're gonna shit on the Bills in every scenario.
I don't know why Ali isn't like like chiming in right now. He's like, hold on a second, what'd you say?
Ali's listening. He's gonna pop in any minute now. But
right,
you know the thing about it is that the Bills won, but narrowly against a team. Not even jinx them. They are frauds.
But the Bills are looking at playoff form though.
They are.
Because this is what happens
until the last game of the year. Till the last game of the year when the Dolphins wax that ass.
They better, dude. They have to.
We're gonna wax that ass. Watch it.
And then, all right, and then hold on a second. I have to say it again. I have to say it again. Flacco to Amari Cooper for 2 touchdowns by the second half.
Bro, I gave you flowers. I've been giving flowers on the other system. Like,
Amari had like 250 yards receiving.
A third pass to Njoku. Double, almost triple coverage.
I was saying it. Tonk been fucking crowing about Flacco. Why isn't he? And when all these backup quarterbacks coming in, why ain't anybody calling Flacco?
I've been saying it for years.
He comes in there. You've been saying it for like 3 years. It seems like, and then here he is. Buddy's playing lights.
Finally get his shot.
Dude.
He looks like he ain't lost a half a tick. He's playing lights out.
I know, and they said, and dude, they brought he's the 4th quarterback.
Oh yeah, no, they've lost guys along the way.
And they're 10-5.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's won the last 2.
Got to basically pick them off the street. Yeah.
Yep. He's been to the west. He's been to the east. Now he's back home in the north.
Right.
And I mean, I'm just really happy to see it. Like as much like it, regardless of how much I supported it, it's nice to see it because it's nice to see like a quarterback who won a Super Bowl, was a Super Bowl MVP, and then he kind of just floats around the NFL and then he found a good landing spot, obviously. However it worked out, he obviously found a good landing spot, but
they just took a shot on him and they struck gold, really. I mean, let's call it for what it is.
But
you know what's funny? What's funny? The Browns go against the Jets next week on Thursday night, and the Browns having Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was with the Jets when they were at their worst, it seemed like, and he just took a beating.
Yeah.
The Jets fans were fucking they would shit all over him so bad. And now look at it. Now look,
revenge tour.
He's gonna come and get the revenge on their asses. I can't wait.
And then
revenge tour for the Jets.
Thursday night.
This Thursday.
Man,
right?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a big matchup this Saturday coming up too, man. They got another Saturday game. Lions, Cowboys. Lions secure
Dude, they
the
just
playoffs and their division, dude. They won their division. Yeah, bro. Good for them.
30
They
years.
got the third, at least the third seed locked up.
16 team.
Yeah, dude. Listen, Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year. Like, I don't see how you
30
argue it.
years, man. Yeah, he's got to be Coach of the Year now.
I should have made that bet last
30
year.
drought.
This year.
Or even the Browns head coach. Between them two.
Oh, well, I mean,
between
10-5
Campbell and him.
on your fourth quarterback and your 10-5.
Yeah, it would be
That's true.
yeah.
Crazy,
The Browns head coach would be
and
running for that one.
You know, they're in the freaking division with the Steelers and the Ravens.
Right.
Yeah,
Ravens. It's not like they
one in the
AFC. Right.
Yeah.
It's not like they got a cakewalk
even without
division.
Joe Flacco, they're still winning games.
Like, and it's like
so the
Browns
head coach might get it.
Game is a lot different than the Steelers in a non-division game. I mean, the Bengals and the it's just like it's no matter how good the Ravens are, the Browns find a way to beat them at least once every season. And then the Dallas Dallas game was just crazy. I'm so glad to see them win a low scoring game than a high scoring game.
It wasn't a shootout, it was a dogfight.
I don't want a shootout. That's not a good thing. Unless it's the Super Bowl. Only in the Super Bowl do I want to see a shootout.
Sometimes you're gonna have to win a shootout, but if you're talking playoff and late in the year football, it's defense, clock management, not turning the football over on offense and running the ball.
I used to call Tony Romo fumble bumble all the time.
Oh, bro, Tony Romo would fucking lose. That guy's lost more games on his own than anybody
with the ball. And that turnover, dude, in the end zone was just insane. I think
I'm pretty sure Tony Romo retired because Vegas got in touch with Jerry Jones and forced him because he kept fucking them over with these late game turnovers and losing all their bets. I'm telling you, Vegas was hurt.
Tony Romo, dude.
Fuck that guy.
Well, like playoff football, I kind of think about like playoff football is like when you see two great boxers fight, you think it's going to be a slugfest, but they're being very careful with their shots because one wrong move and that's it.
Exactly.
They're dancing around.
I think that's what we saw in the Dolphins-Dallas game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, man, like Tyreek Hill, dude, he just needs to just rest. Like, they should not play him. He was limping around.
He was, but he started to get loosened up towards the second half. He ended up catching.
I mean, I'd rather see him just stay.
Sometimes he perseveres.
Therapy and stuff. He doesn't need to play right now. I don't know, man. It's just the fucking that play that injured him. It just still pisses me off that stuff is legal in the NFL.
I mean, it is what it is. That sit down tackle. I mean, I don't see how they could take that away, bro. It's just an accident.
Yeah.
But I will say this: he's going. I mean, how I saw him kind of push through the pain, they're going to give him rest, and he'll be ready to go this weekend against the Ravens. And thankfully, because Jalen Waddle got injured in that game, and he's got a high ankle sprain, and he's going to miss. He's going to miss at least 1 week. He probably won't play till the playoffs, and that sucks because he's
number 23, Wilson Jr.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
He had a lot of energy going on.
Well, you know, he came into the year injured, got buried on the depth chart because the rookie we got, Achan, has just exploded. The kid's really good.
Achan
is it's Achan. I know we always all said Achan, but
I didn't.
Achan. I didn't either. I know that's why I'm letting it know. But you know, he's been fighting his way back, getting some snaps here and there, and you know, for them, when Raheem was banged up, to keep him out, to protect him, and when they needed the ball run between the tackles with force, Jeff Wilson was the guy they went to, and it was good to see him, you know, make his presence felt. Dolphins, you know, showing what is potentially a three-headed monster in the running game, which is fucking awesome.
Well, are you drinking the Moscow Mule?
You know, like, what is good about the Dolphins is that when they have players go down, they can have players step up.
Bro, it's what I've been saying that has been the most impressive thing these last few weeks is the O-line's been banged up all over the place. We only have one starter on our O-line right now. Everyone else is backups from left to right. So
That's a lot.
And we got backups in our secondary. We got backups in at pass rushers. We've got guys, backup wide receivers coming in, and everybody on the depth. They are showing how good this football team, and shout out to the coaching staff getting these guys ready, man. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then the freaking Bucks game. I don't think anybody saw that game. It was 0-30. And you know what it reminded me of? It looked like 0-30 looked like Ryan Day all time versus Michigan.
How'd that game end?
Or Utah State versus Florida.
Or Florida State versus Miami.
Hey, why the Canes catching trout?
Or Michael K versus Conditioner. Dude, man, it's so sad to see what's happening to the Jaguars.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
They're pulling off Tennessee.
They're
pulling to Tennessee now.
They're just decimated by injuries, dude. They're decimated. Yeah. They can't score.
Everybody is this time of year.
They're suffering the same fate as the Titans did last year when they took advantage of the Titans' injuries.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a empath.
So it's happening to them now.
It's hard to be a fan because I'm such an empath. It brings me down.
You want everybody to win.
Well, I just want everyone to be healthy. Not everybody can win. I don't get, but I just want everyone healthy so the game's more fair.
True that.
But it is what it is, and it's just part of the game. And that's why I try to support and talk about players who are injured and wish them well, and promote things that make more safety to the game and stuff like that. It's the best I could do, really. I mean, what else can we do as fans but try to support things that make it better for players? Let's see. So these notes might have been for the Dolphins game because it was 2nd and goal, and instead of going for it, they just took the field goal. Or was that last night's game? 2 seconds left.
What game? Who did this?
What game are you talking about?
2nd and goal and
oh, that was the Dolphins that kicked the winning field goal.
Yeah.
Dolphins kicked
their number 7 is their kicker, right?
Yeah, Jason Sanders hit 5 of 5
with 2 seconds left. Yeah. So do you think that was the right call? I mean, obviously they won, so it was a good call. You thought it was the right call?
Absolutely. Make them use their timeouts in your 4-minute drive like that. Get close enough. You only need a field goal to win. And Jason Sanders.
I mean, obviously
he was on a heater, bro. Here's the thing.
They obviously really, really trust their kicker.
Well, here's the thing. Jason Sanders has been, I don't want to say shaky, but there's been, dude, he missed a bunch. He was on a I don't even know how many game stretch where he didn't hit anything over 50 yards. Yeah, everything under 50 was clicking. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, he hit 3 50-yarders, one of them being 57, the first one, which is his career long, and he was 5 of 5, dude. But he just did everything.
Well, they lined it up right for him too, I think too. So he was right in the middle.
Yeah, definitely. They ran that.
They got the ball.
The Dolphins did what they could do. Listen, it ain't about style points. It's about victories at this point. The team who's worried about style points and killing narratives with, trying to force things, those are the teams that are losing. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what, they have had great discretion in their play calling and everybody just doing their jobs. That's what's been my favorite thing about these last 2 victories.
Yeah, and like we just said earlier, the Lions won the division after 30 years. The Giants QB got injured. Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod came in for the.
No, that's who came in. Yeah.
And then did Tyrod get injured too? I think.
Yeah, there was a bogus.
They had that other kid. So they've had this backup kid. What's his name? DeVito or some shit. Some Italian kid who's been coming in and playing. Tommy DeVito. He's been coming in and playing pretty good.
Danny DeVito.
No, Tommy. But
From Twins.
He's been playing pretty good considering how terrible fucking Daniel Jones is. And he went injured. They made it a game, and Tyrod Taylor came in. Tyrod's been a good football player, bro. So I know.
Yeah, no, I don't have an issue with him.
The deal with Tyrod is that he's really good scrambling and running, but eventually he takes the hits because of that, and eventually it costs him his season. That's just been the narrative with the guy. He can't stay healthy, and because the one thing that makes him a good quarterback, which is his evasiveness, scrambling, and running the ball, also costs him. It's the same thing that's going to be the case with Kyler Murray, which kind of already is. He's already been injured a little bit. So, not that he was a Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray got fucking stupid speed. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, the Kansas City Vegas game. Kansas City is just. They'll probably are they.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs still.
They're in the playoffs.
I think they're still the 3 seed.
Third. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but they're eliminated right now unless everybody. I mean, well, no, they're eliminated because the Dolphins and the Ravens play each other. They have no shot at getting the number 1 seed after losing that game.
It's only
the Dolphins,
between 3 teams now.
It's the Dolphins, the Ravens, and don't count out Cleveland.
That's the only team that can get the top seed.
Cleveland Browns beat whatchamacallit, the Jets this week, which I think they will, and the Ravens lose to the Dolphins. I don't know. Let me see. I think the Ravens and the
Ravens will have to lose their final 2.
Well, don't the Ravens? Oh no, Ravens play the Steelers. So never mind.
Yeah.
They'll have to lose their final 2
and
the Browns to win their final 2, which their last game of the year is against the Bengals, who's fighting for their playoff lives these last 2 weeks too. I mean, it is a jumbled mess right now, bro.
That's what I love about this time of year.
I love it too.
But that game was crazy last night, and what happened to Brock Purdy? He got injured last night. Sam Darnold was playing.
No, he didn't get injured. They finally
everything get hurt.
Shocker?
Bro,
his ego and pride got it.
Oh, a stinger, yeah. So
what's a stinger?
All right, so a stinger is essentially like, I don't even know how to explain it. I've had them. It feels like something broke. It's essentially like a dead leg in your arm. That's
like a bruise.
No,
like something that would cause a bruise.
Oh no, yeah, they're definitely a bruise after you get a stinger. You get a stinger in your shoulder usually, so like you lay the boom and you get a stinger and it feels like you just shattered your shoulder. You didn't. It's just you hit the muscle so hard, you almost like squeeze all the fucking blood out of that muscle, and it fucking hurts, bro. It hurts. So I've had stinger a couple times. Funny to me that Brock Purdy's been playing quarterback for however long he has, and this is the first year he's ever had a stinger, and now he's had 2. It's crazy, but it's a nerve damage thing. It's nothing. It's like you busted all your nerves real quick. It fucking hurts. But I've had a stinger and come back and played, and I played fucking linebacker, so I mean I'm getting another stinger. You know what I'm saying? I'm laying down the hits, but Brock Purdy played like trash, dude. 4 interceptions.
Yeah, those interceptions.
Could have had 5 or 6, dude. He threw he threw a ball over his head. I mean, what a fucking dude. He was just terrible.
Yeah, that game was he was all over.
That was crazy. It was like the Harlem Globetrotters play on that one. I thought he turned into the Harlem Globetrotters.
I made a short about it because he was just horrible.
That was funny as hell. I was like, what the hell did he just do?
They said it's, people were like, oh, it's a crazy no look pass. I said on my short, I go, no look pass, people are calling it. I say no think pass. Motherfucker's an idiot to fucking throw that ball behind his head like that. Throwing 4 picks. He had 4 picks
that
up to that
took
point.
To the house.
And he's chucking the ball over his fucking head. Are you kidding me, dude? You're a dumbass. That's why they took it out. At that point, they had no chance to win. They weren't
Shanahan
doing
was
nothing
like,
on
okay,
offense.
it's time to
and
put
Sam
you down.
Darnold actually kind of fucking made a little bit of something happen there towards it. But Sam Darnold sucks, too. Let's call it for what it is.
Ugh.
Yeah, you talk about Sam Donald, the Jets' first experiment at quarterback.
I know. I was
in the
like,
last
Sam
couple of
Donald.
years.
But, oh, well, it is what it is. Well, and then,
That
so we
no look
got
pass.
coming up next week. We got
Big games next week.
Buffalo's gonna beat New England.
Don't just say that because New England has owned Buffalo, and not to say that like here's two things, okay? Whether New England wins or loses, they're going to give them everything they got. Bill Belichick is not going to be the coach next year. They're already fucking shopping, looking, yada yada yada. He's probably going to leave, and so Bill Belichick doesn't want to do anybody any favors ever, including the organization he's been with. He'll win a game just to ruin their draft status, and also want to prove a point by beating the Bills. So don't count it out. He might pull out all the stops.
We'll see. That Baltimore-Miami game is going to be crazy. 10 a.m. Good. I get to watch it in the morning.
Game of the week, bro. Everybody's already saying number one.
You got to get up early, 10 a.m.
Baltimore is number one in the power rankings across the board, and number two is the Dolphins. Number one versus number two. Back-to-back weeks for Baltimore too.
And then we just had number one and number one go against each other last night.
With the Niners.
In the power rankings.
In
Yeah.
In the TMI Power Index.
TMI Power Index.
Brought to you in part by TMI.
Who's 32 on that power index?
Who's 32? I would say probably Panthers, right?
Could be, yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Panthers or Bears.
It probably is the Panthers. Yeah.
I would say Panthers.
Well, the Bears beat them.
I would say the Panthers, then probably
the
Bears and the Jets.
New England.
No, well, New England's down at the bottom. That ain't no lie.
Yeah.
I would say
yeah, it probably is New England because they got the number 2 draft pick right now.
They got five wins.
No, they don't.
They got like 4.
They got the most losses.
They just won.
Well, the Cardinals. Well, yeah. So the Cardinals will be on.
They're
the
4-11.
Oh, they are 4-11. So yeah, you're right. So I guess okay, all right.
Dude, they scored 0 points
worse,
2 games in a row.
So it would be.
Yeah,
it would
so that
be
makes the
power
Cardinals,
index is Panthers.
So it'll be the Cardinals.
Patriots.
Then
we get into the Giants,
Bears and Titans.
Then the Bears and Titans and all the other teams that are sub 500 garbage.
Right, and the Commanders.
Titans. I can't believe the Dolphins lost to the
Jets.
Titans. That still fucking infuriates me.
It happens. It's a rite of passage for the NFL, no matter who you are.
All right, so what do we got next?
All right, next thing coming up down the yonder, NBA.
Oh yeah, so I got to watch some of Golden State and
Golden State. Was they playing tonight? They already played.
Oh, hold on a second. Please go back real quick.
Oh, back to the NFL.
The Ravens stole the offensive coordinator from Georgia.
That's true.
He is their coordinator. Yeah,
that is true.
The Georgia guy, which is
that's why
Georgia
did not win against
and you
Alabama,
know what?
dude.
Georgia.
I
think it was there from 2020 to 2022.
He won the last two national championships.
He was there. They won. Now he's gone.
And now he's
now he's with the Ravens. Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Now the Ravens' offense is settling in underneath his tutelage.
And using a quarterback that was really good in college.
Like
he's good in the NFL too, but
who was the quarterback in Georgia?
Oh,
who was the Georgia quarterback?
From
it was a white kid.
Oh, Jake Fromm.
From
yeah, Jake Fromm was he got drafted though.
Yeah,
he made it to the NFL
though.
When that guy was there,
I pulled Jake Fromm out of my head, man. You guys
I pulled it out.
I was thinking that, and I couldn't believe I was right. I'm like, when you guys said it.
Was the
not last year was
yeah, but Jake Fromm was drafted though. He's already at NFL.
Not right now. I thought you guys were talking the 2 years underneath that fucking offensive coordinator. He had Jake Fromm.
Stetson Bennett.
But
Georgia, the last two
Jake
national
was
championships was won with a quarterback named Stetson Bennett.
Oh, well, who was Jake Fromm under? What head coach was he under?
That was years ago.
No,
I could have sworn it was a couple of years ago when he was drafted.
Stetson Bennett is Matt Stafford's backup now.
So it was Stetson Bennett in 2022.
And the 2021.
JT Daniels in fucking 2021. God damn.
And Stetson Bennett.
Well, just said JT Daniels in 2021.
No, it was Stetson Bennett.
Was the starter?
He won two.
I just looked it up.
He went undefeated for 2 years in a row.
You know what? I have no shame not knowing what the fuck the Bulldogs got going on. They can fucking suck it.
But ironically though, like you said, who's the
Damn, right? Level 2 noob says Bennett's out of the league. He's in rehab now. Rehab for drugs and alcohol or something?
What the hell is he doing in rehab?
Is it like rehab for an injury or is it rehab?
Yeah, I don't know.
What I'm saying. Rehab for what? Right. Rehabbing the ACL or what?
Back on the wagon?
Mama said not to go to rehab, and I said, no.
Go to
Gonna go to play in the NFL, and I said, no. Alcohol.
No way, dude.
Damn,
you don't go
get a cool addiction, dude. Get a cool addiction, bro. I'm sorry to all the alcoholics out there, but get something cool.
Alcohol? He's not an alcoholic.
At 25, 24 years old, you're a full-blown alcoholic. God damn, bro.
2 national championships in a row. He's not an alcoholic. His liver's
not going to last if he's an alcoholic.
If you're a full-blown alcoholic under 25, that's fucking crazy.
Okay, you don't have both. You don't go undefeated for 2 years in a row and win 2 national championships if you're an alcoholic. I don't know.
Well, he must have been drinking pretty heavy after that title game.
Yeah, thanks to level 2
college parties, bro.
I mean,
word on the street, Bennett is the fucking party animal, dog. No one does a keg stand like him.
Where do you think he learned it from? That's why Ben Roethlisberger retired.
Oh yeah, well, I
he's
don't know.
Who Stetson Bennett's in here now?
He was on the bottle too, huh?
Who wins in a drinking competition, Stetson Bennett or Ben Roethlisberger?
No, Ben was a douchebag who went to a college party after he won the Super Bowl.
Elway had early in his
after he won his Super Bowl in 2008 season.
Yeah, Elway did have that issue.
Went to a college party and he tried to hook up with college chicks, dude.
Fuck, dude. Buddy is a savage, bro. What a fucking savage. What a dick. Hey, I'm Ben Roethlisberger.
I'm so glad he's not. I'm hoping that he does not make it on the
TV. As long as he wasn't going to a high school party.
He's a douchebag.
Listen,
who goes to
he wasn't going to high school party.
That's like me. That's like you don't. I'm not going to UW to try to party with the college kids there. I'm going.
I don't know. I think maybe I might have to check this out and see what it really. I mean, listen, you might be into some sorority party or something, dog. What are we talking about? Let's not try to act high and mighty. Everybody's legal.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking shake.
He's legal. I didn't say what he did was illegal.
Like I said, if he was going to a high school party, then that's a different story.
Yeah, if he fucking got caught at a high school party, I might have to punch his lights out. But partying with some hot college chicks, I mean, hey, you know, what's the use and reason for winning a Super Bowl if you can't flaunt that ring at a college?
He's like, hey, he's like, screw you, Stetson Bennett, with your little NCAA ring. He goes there, he punches him in the stomach.
Yeah, damn, he's got like a bully punch in the stomach.
Yeah, he's got like the jersey with like the X's on here from all the seasons. Like he was like, all right, all right. Let's go to the next one.
Real quick before you do. I just want to point out that it's ironic that the Ravens still George's offensive coordinator, right? And Raven, and George is no longer in the playoffs. Patriots still, the Alabama's offensive coordinator, they're in the playoffs.
And and the Patriots are fixing to turn over the entirety of the fucking team and coaching staff. What do they do? I don't want to. Just real quick. Do they fucking make Bill O'Brien their fucking head coach again? God, I hope that happens, bro. That'll
would be a disaster.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope it happens. God, I hope it happens. All right, let's move on. NBA.
They're gonna hire Matt Patricia as a coach.
So I was able to watch that game. I thought I took notes on here, but I can't find them. Steph Curry. So I was watching. It was Golden State versus. Was it this? I can't remember the team. But it's the team Jordan Poole plays on. And that's who Draymond Green puts the shit out of. The Wizards. And that's who Draymond Green puts the shit out of.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, I'll go, but Draymond's not going to be there, right? Because he's suspended.
Bro, that guy's
but
a
Steph
dick.
Curry, dude. Yeah. Steph Curry.
Draymond got issues.
Steph Curry is 93% from the free throw line this season. 93%. It might even been 98%. I know I
was gonna get 100% or close to it. Was gonna be Steph. That fucking guy.
He's the best free throw shooter in NBA history.
He's one of the best shooters of all time.
Yeah,
let's call it for what it is.
No,
got
exactly.
Touch.
It's crazy how like he's just so badass. But like that team is one of my favorite teams to actually watch because I watched them before they had Steve Kerr, when they had Mark Jackson, and they got to the playoffs and they got to these points, but they could never win a championship. And I wonder, is it Steve Kerr that really brought out the champion in Steph Curry? Was it there and he just needed that extra push? Because
no, they were already 1 year away.
You think they would have done it with Mark Jackson?
Yeah. That was already ready to take that next step.
That's what I thought too. I don't know. It was just crazy, how the first season.
Mark Jackson didn't believe in him, and one time they got into an argument, and Steve Kerr told Mark Jackson, "You don't talk to people like that."
Oh, I don't remember. I didn't know that.
Shake's making up a story. What? I think Shake's making up a story.
That'll
now.
do it. That's pretty much it. Shake hit it right on the spot. He said you can't talk to people like that. Yeah.
So Steve Kerr was there before he was the head coach?
No, you're talking about Mark Jackson was there.
Mark Jackson.
No. Steve Kerr was the head coach after Mark Jackson. Right? So you just said Steve Kerr said, Mark Jackson, you can't talk to people like that.
No, he's making up a story, dude. He's doing the fucking the Miami Dolphins Brian Flores debacle, and the reason why fucking Steph Curry's all good now, just like the reason why Tua's all good now, is because the bad boy's away. I got it.
Bad boy's gone, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know Mark Jackson enough to know that he would piss people off like that. But I imagine, it's just it's just very interesting to see the elevation that Steph Curry has reached since Steve Kerr has been there. And just that team, I don't know if you sent those players to other teams that they would win the same way that they won on Golden State. And I think that's one of the few teams that only works as a team, that they wouldn't really go win individually. Like Kevin Durant, he hasn't won on any other team. I don't know if he will. But he got brought in to be on that team, but that team still won 2 championships without him.
Yeah, but he is what made them a super team after he came to Golden State.
Yeah, they were unstoppable.
He could put, once he got him, they get the second best player in basketball, made him a super team after that.
And then when they won, I remember Draymond Green was talking smack to LeBron because LeBron said they have a super team, and Draymond's like, "You're the one who started it, dude." He's like, "This is what you started."
You started it. Actually, technically, he didn't start it
because they had the shirt that said "Quick It Out" because Quicken Loans Arena, and they said "Quick It Out." And then when LeBron beat him in 2016, he had like a cemetery cake and it had all their names on the tombstones.
Mm.
That was dope. That was really dope. Yeah, I mean, we're getting to that time of year where basketball is really going to be taken over, and I just absolutely love basketball so much. It's one of the it wasn't until last season that I could watch all the playoff games, but I like it enough now where I could watch every season all the playoff games. That's a lot. That's a lot of watching.
Yeah, I might start doing some basketball talk. I'll
watch
get
it
back
towards
into it.
All-Star break. Now they got the in-season tournament. Now it's more interesting.
Yeah, that in-season tournament makes the eyes on it a little bit more. But I'm like you. I watch it after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a long season. It's too long, really, to pay attention that long.
And there's a chance the in-season championship might not even make the playoffs.
The Lakers?
Yeah. They build up the freaking wins totals.
Well, I mean, hey, LeBron still got his though, so they could probably never win another one, and he'll be probably satisfied with the tournament anyways.
I'm glad you brought this up because you know what? The NBA wants to get more viewership. We'll put that shit on free TV because at the end of the day, they're putting these things on special channels and it's making it very hard for people to watch the damn. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous.
So
it is.
In order for you to get to watch NBA, you got to get the more expensive packages and shit like that. Like fuck that shit. Or
I agree. It's making it a little bit, putting it out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
For the average viewer.
Let freaking,
it makes it easier for other countries to watch it for free.
Let NFL put all their games exclusively on NFL Network and see how their ratings tank.
It probably will. They exclusively put it on NFL Network or Amazon Prime, where nobody got Prime.
Well, they do that every Thursday.
Yeah, but I'm talking about they just funneled all the games into Sunday on Prime, as an Amazon package.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say how I watch every game of every sport. All right, so
that's what they want to do. A la carte.
So what do we got next? Yeah,
NFL turf part.
Ali and I did a broken takes about turf. This was mostly but I joined him and the effects that fake grass or hybrid grass has on players. And I brought this up to a company that was installing my Bluetooth receiver. Shout out to Foss Audio in Burien, Washington. It's real close to Seattle. They hooked up my Bluetooth receiver in my work vehicle. And there's a couple guys that work there. So I was talking to one of the guys. He does tent. And they did a good job with my receiver. I really like it. I mentioned that to him about fake grass, and he said, well, there's still a lot of injuries that happen on real grass too, like in Soldier Field. He says there's a lot of injuries that happen on that field, and I did not realize that. But at the same time, I was at Christmas. It was Christmas. I was at my friend's house, and she was talking about fake turf, but the microplastics that are in fake turf. And what happens is when it rains, those microplastics go into these drains and they get put out into the ocean. And that's a real big way that we have microplastic in the ocean is because of those fake turfs. And I didn't even,
I fucking hate turf, and now I really hate them.
Yeah,
poison in the ocean.
So it's like it's something that we should just stand up. Like we should picket against it. It's destroying our, it's putting a lot of plastic into our water streams, and it's destroying players' bodies careers. Because they're playing on. And and then he said some of that fake turf, they actually like it, but at the same time, that's concrete underneath that turf. It's not the ground.
Yeah, there's no absorption of the impact beyond.
Yeah. And I know, and I understand what they mean by that because I've played football, and landing on natural turf is a lot different than like if you fall on something that's padded.
Yeah. So oddly enough, one of the teams that does like turf is the Dallas Cowboys, who plays in a turf dome. And there's talk about the Dallas Cowboys that they're a slower team on grass. So I wonder if there's some actually, I don't wonder. I guarantee there's some analytical guy that is
it's a difference.
Testing the speeds and stuff. You know, they got these monitor things these guys wear. Like back when Stephen Ross first got the team, like a year or so after, they brought in this specialist from the most expensive heart monitor type doctor dude from soccer, like international soccer games and shit.
Which is a lot of running.
Big money, and they brought this guy in that they would wear these monitors. They would do all these tests after every practice. They test their levels, their sleep. They do all this stuff, you know, because you got to understand, you got to treat your body as the machine. You got to make sure it has all the right fuel and stuff like that. But you know, I guarantee you they got somebody running those numbers on turf, and then also running them on when you look at guys you want to bring on your team. You know, if you have a home field turf, it could sway yourself a little bit. I hate turf. I think one day everyone will have turf, right? It'll happen one day. The turf will
you're
so
talking about
realistic.
the fake turf?
Yes, but one day the science will get so far advanced that this fake turf will feel and look like grass in every way, shape, and form.
As long as it's not releasing a whole bunch of microtoxics into our water streams, well, then
that's
have
another
at
thing. It's another thing. You know? Yeah,
but I have to talk about it because I'm an environmental scientist, and by default, I am inclined to stand up against things like this.
You let me know. We'll get.
And at the same time, sustainability has to do with longevity of a player. So if your player is getting injured, whatever the reasons are, that's not a sustainable practice. So there's a lot of things at stake when it comes to real grass versus fake grass, or half and half. I am just glad that I have the resources to be able to look into it myself and talk to people and have conversations and learn, because I don't like to just ever complain. I like to learn and have a good opinion about something.
Yeah, me too. I'm game with that.
You know, it's just gives me more credibility when I have conversations. Thank you, everyone, in the comments tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I tried to have some good notes and have some good conversations for y'all tonight. I got real motivated after last week's episode. I don't think it was that good of an episode, and it's gonna happen. But
hey, man, we can't all be knocks out of the park.
No, it can't. But you know, from what I've learned about this, people listen to it on their way home from work or on their way to work. And if that's what you're doing, I want to give you something good that makes you feel good, because those are important times in our life, before and after work, are very impactful to our mental health. And if you're coming to me, I want to give you something good, and I want to let you know I appreciate you.
Not me. I want to enrage you and make you hate everything. No,
and honk a horn. Yo, I live really close to an interstate here, and you hear people honking stuff all the time. But the other day, there was a guy, like, he drove. He was like, beep, beep, and like you heard him go real, real far away. Beep. Yeah, I was laughing so hard. I was like, yes.
This guy's a fucking asshole. I'm here to piss everybody off.
Like that guy.
So yeah, let's get this turf under control, bitches. Stop polluting the oceans.
Yeah, seriously though. And I was talking it was my friend Helen who brought that up, and I was like, I'm going to bring that up on my podcast, because that is just a whole other level of a problem.
Yeah, it's a big factoid.
That's
right
a whole
there.
other. Yeah, it's
yeah.
And
we're hurting players and killing fish. Fuck out of here, dude.
Right. And Tonk, there's
that's where I crossed the line.
Right, and Tonk, if
it's Seattle, not Land-addle.
If somebody's insistent on using that stuff, then you can do things like proactively cover in the field when it's raining. You know what I mean?
Or like some kind of filter. You know, if they put in filters, there's got to be. There's things that you could do. You
have French drains where it filtered or where the water falls in. make sure that water's ending up in the right place. Don't have it just fall into the fucking sewer system
And
with their micro fucking plastics getting in the ocean, you bastards.
How much engineering that goes into place whenever stadiums are designed and the water control of those and the civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and y'all ain't think, well, maybe we should put some kind of filter on there.
Maybe this toxic substance I'm making people play on, stupid already, won't be good. I mean, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about?
That's what I'm here for. So speaking of plastic free, I want to talk to you about a little something called.
Well, hold up. Segment? You got this.
Oh, yes. Okay. Haha. Next round. So this weekend starting the, hold on. Is it the 29th? Well, so this week is when we start having the big games. Louisville's playing, USC's playing, Kansas State. Friday, we got Clemson, Kentucky. So Friday, we got Ohio State, Missouri. I know Ali's getting happy about that. He's getting ready for that. Ohio State's going to be Missouri. Then we got Georgia at Florida State. So Florida State, if you don't put a hurt on, if you lose,
all you're doing is proving everybody right.
All you're doing is proving everybody right.
That doesn't prove nothing, because at the end of the day, these players, their best players are going
right. They're not there. Yeah, they're not playing.
So had they been in the playoffs, they would have been playing with a different roster. So that don't
right. So I recognize that now. I recognize that. So it's an unfortunate event of the things that got, the rights that have gotten achieved in the NCAA. It is what it is. You can't, there's going to be something that we don't like against all the things that compared to all the things that we do like. So It is what it is. And if that's the way it's going to be, well, it's their decision. It's their right to do so. So, it's what we just have to deal with. But we got Alabama, Michigan. I think Alabama's going to win. And then we got Texas and Washington. And I have to go.
I think Michigan wins.
Against Alabama?
I do. I think Michigan wins it. I do. I think that Michigan defense clamps down.
He's probably got spies there already, Rose Bowl, Pasadena. So they're flying in right now.
Something ends up in Alabama's Gatorade, and everybody's got the squirts, and it's done.
Who was in charge of Gatorade? There's some new guy. He's tall.
Some new guy named Billy Bob.
Some new guy. He had one of those glasses, like with the fake mustache.
Yeah, he's hard to miss. He had a big nose, glasses, and a mustache.
I hope all the teams that lose are the teams that Florida State can beat, just to worm it in them even more.
Yeah, I don't. What are you like in the middle of traffic? Color like where?
Color is out there.
Where are you crossing I-95? It's like, hey guys,
I am on the move, and there was a guy that just hauled ass and ran up his engine, so you weren't hearing things.
He's out there like Taylor Heineke. No, who was the quarterback?
Color's walking on Forest Hill right now.
Who was the quarterback that got killed on I-95 in Miami?
Oh, fucking who was?
It was remember.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins. He was at some party and they drugged him and tried to rob him, and he fucking got out. Yeah, bro. That was really weird on the details. They're like, what was he doing at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Well, exactly. It's like, what was going on? Like, were you that's crazy.
The story comes out, and it was he was gonna go home with some chick. They set him up to rob him. They drugged his drink at the club or whatever. He ends up going back with him, and fucking he wakes up and tries to escape, but he was all disoriented and shit, and fucking ended up getting hit by a car and dying. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. I remember we talked about it. when I mentioned him, I was just making a joke. Like, no disrespect.
Yeah, fuck everybody.
To Dwayne Haskins.
Bro, you should have heard me earlier.
We covered
today.
it last year when it happened.
You could say anything you want after what I said today. I was shitting on everything. You can say whatever you want.
Fuck but I mean, I didn't know the real story.
Hey, whatever.
Also, so it was nice to hear it. But that's great. Because I was really.
That guy I was telling you about, that's the Commanders fan that's walks around the neighborhood. I just came across him. He was bound to be giving me and dapping me up, bro.
Nice.
Like y'all hate Dallas too. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we killed Dallas for him. So it's gonna be a good playoffs. It's gonna be a good playoff, I think, bro.
We have 5 games on Monday. We got Wisconsin, LSU, Oregon at Liberty University. Liberty Bibberty. Iowa
with those bowl games, a lot of the big players that want to go to the draft, they don't fucking play. So a team like Liberty could beat Oregon if Oregon's missing key starters, and
those players are probably trying to be highlighted.
That's right. They're trying to fucking put a fucking coin, a little asterisk on their fucking end of their career in college. I mean, somebody gonna get noticed, bro.
Definitely. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good game. Good day of sports.
You want to tell us about this awesome product you got here?
Well, actually, it's not an awesome product. It's close to it, but there's greenwashing going on. And what greenwashing is, something that needs to be identified so that it can be avoided. It is saying, look at our product. It is green. It's sustainable. It's
green guarded products.
It's
green guarded products.
No. That's a certification. What I'm saying is when you're at a store and you see this product is green or this product is eco-friendly or this product is healthy, this brand says ecos next in the package, right? Okay. So that's fine. That's a cardboard package. So it's a cardboard package and it's the laundry sheets, right? Which are also eco-friendly. But when you open it up, it's still in plastic.
What? Why they did that? Why they did that?
This is called greenwashing. I did not know that until I got home, and I kept it anyways. I was like, I'll just use it, but I'm gonna
throw it away, end up in the ocean,
or just take it back. Just take it back and get a refund. But I still so overall, there is a smaller amount of plastic used because it's just this thin container. But at the same time, this company is labeling themselves as eco, and they're not fully eco. They still have plastic. So just be aware.
Carbon offsets, dude. A lot of companies get around that by buying carbon offsets.
Well, that would probably be posted on here. Sometimes it'll say like made by wind farms or alternative energy. Now it is like this. Now the container, it does. I don't know what number it is, but my point is, be careful with the things you buy. Understand why you're buying them before you buy them, so that you can avoid potentially greenwashing. Because someone like me, like who knew about these and didn't know the plastic, I could have bought like 10 of them and given them out, not realizing that it has a whole bunch of plastic. So that's why it's important to understand what you're looking for and shopping for. Plastic shaker bottle. Yeah, but I use this. I don't throw it away.
Reused. He's talking about
reused.
Talking about like products.
I'm not going to hold on to this plastic when I'm done with it. It's going to get put into the recycling bin, and who knows if it's actually going to be recycled. That's the difference.
Because America sells all their recyclables.
I'm trying to get rid of single-use plastic. We still need plastic for a lot of things, and this is one of them because it's durable. I could travel with it. I could bring it to the airport and fill it up. Some places don't let you bring in no glass and no metal. So when I go to sports events, I can only bring plastic with me. So I have to use it if I want to bring a water bottle, an empty water bottle to a sports event. It can only be plastic. So there's nothing I can do about that except buy things that are reusable. So
it in some instances you would say like they should use glass instead of plastic, but glass is fucking dangerous. Like, all
it is dangerous.
IV bags used to be all in glass bottles, and they would use them. And glass, I mean, glass just breaks down. I mean, it's fucking sand. But you get broken glass at the fucking hospital. Now you got, you're doing 2 surgeries, goddamn.
There's a lot. So one of the reasons why I try to promote consuming less plastic is because of all the areas that we really do need plastic, like in medical facilities. Plastic is one of the most important things in the medical industry. So I'm not going to say to stop using it there because it saves lives. And that would be overstepping my goal. My goal was to reduce the plastic and the things that we have control over. I have no control over a machine that uses plastic to save someone's life. There's nothing I can do for that to make it better. But I can show you things that reduce how much plastic you can consume. And that way, it allows that amount of plastic that we need for emergency purposes and medical purposes to be enough that we can deal with. In fact, I just met someone the other day that I need to get in touch with him again to find out the name of the company. But what they do is they go to medical places, hospitals, doctors' offices. I forgot what products, what materials they get. Like I forgot it. It's some kind of medical application plastic thing. Like let's say gloves. Like say gloves or something that's single use in hospitals. They found a way to collect those items, those single-use items, and recycle them and use them again in the medical field.
To me, that's the answer. That's the answer to plastic, is figuring out a way that when it ends up in your recycling bin, they're going to something to be reused as something else. One of the fucking greatest things they ever did was they would take tires, right? And they would get all the metal out of the tires and then shred all of the friggin' rubber and then use that on kids' playgrounds to friggin' have it. And I mean, it's just a brilliant way to reuse products. That would be the ultimate goal, is to be less wasteful with whatever you can and reuse whatever you can.
Kind of like how they use, all the shredded garbage and all that for
composting,
carpet padding.
That too.
Padding.
Oh, yeah. Carpet padding is like 90% recycled content, like every single one of them are.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that you hope to fucking get people to get behind.
But I forgot who it was who mentioned it earlier. Someone actually saw a commercial about a product that is plastic free, and they mentioned it to me. Sorry, I forgot who it was, but it was mentioned to me.
Color said he's seen one of your products you promoted on TV.
It was Color. And so it brings up a really good point. It brings up the fact that these products are becoming so consumed and important to the market. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That it's now being advertised on TV to where it's probably in stores because the demand has risen, because people are understanding, hey, we need to stop consuming so much plastic.
So now it's I'll play devil's advocate here, because the real problem isn't people can be a part of the solution, right? Being conscientious of your waste for things like you're talking about, buying products that don't have wasteful plastics, right? Problem that is that the powers that be say they care, but they really don't. The only thing they care about is their damn selves. Because I'll give you for instance, we could have clean power by harnessing the tides. By the changing of tides, there's these turbines that they can set up to use power and literally put it in a way where you could power LA, which is massive. And I know it to be a fact. I've actually looked at this, the fucking the specs of it, and you know who invented this?
FAU.
Kevin Costner's fucking brother invented a fucking tide that you put out in the ocean, a thing that when the tides come in and the tides go out, these turbines collect the ocean doing its thing from the moon and harness that energy and repurpose it into clean energy.
Yeah, and they have
he
those
went,
here.
He went to the California governor. It was the one, I think, right before Newsom. I don't know. Either way, he's been trying to get it for them to install it and try it out because they waste all this fucking money on band-aiding all their problems. And he's been trying to get this project off the ground forever. You should write this down, dude, and look it up and maybe bring it up on TMI, because I'm telling you, the shit, you could literally put like a net around the United States and power all the coastal cities. And who knows, maybe even work it in a way with battery cells that you could be powering all, but that's not what they want. They don't want that. They want to charge you, dog. They don't want it clean and fuel and easy and the right thing. They don't want that shit.
FAU, this was in 2009. FAU had prototypes. They looked like little torpedoes. They put them in the Gulf Stream of Florida, which is on the east coast of Florida. It's the one thing that saves Florida from every hurricane. Well, it's the reason why all hurricanes go north once they go towards Florida, is because of the Gulf Stream. FAU had these designs. They looked like little airplanes to anchor them in the Gulf Stream because it constantly flows north and basically just consume that electricity. Well, that wave,
that perpetual motion. Yeah, that perpetual motion. Yeah.
And spin the turbines, but for something happened and they lost the funding and it never happened. I don't know since then. I mean, that was a very long time ago.
Says, except for the vibrations of the turbines has a negative effect on ocean life.
Yes,
communication,
that might have been one of the yes.
I get that, but dude, there's gotta be I mean, if I said, hey, all the negative effects from what I'm gonna stop using, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the negative effects I'm going to go with for clean energy, if there's an equal with less negatives on the clean energy side, you got to make that leap, bro. You got to. So there's got to be ways.
There's no sense not to.
Well, we're going to have an impact no matter what, but how severe is that impact? How impactful is that impact? Because we're going to harness electricity, we're going to need to interrupt some kind of natural thing, either to harness it or get in the way of it or utilize it.
There's always a change in nature and in humanity, and once it settles in, it's fine.
And if you make it easy for people that aren't necessarily the activist type, that's what some people don't care. They'll just do it if that's what's available and the option to them. You know what I mean? So it's really just a matter of, you have the activist types also that help, but you also have, just people in general, because why not? Like, if you make it a matter of common sense, generally people are just going to switch because it is common sense.
So the thing with nuclear.
Real quick, Tonk, before I know I'm going to aggravate the hell out of you with this question, but would the paper straw thing be like a sort of a example of greenwashing? Would that qualify 100%. As greenwashing?
Yes, because it was companies trying to put out something that they say is eco-friendly, but it's not.
When it tends to actually be worse, and not even equal. Right.
But they didn't realize the reason it was going to be worse.
Well, then again, that's why you got to do tests,
man. The plastic straws, when just getting rid of the straw is the solution. Yeah,
I'm just concerned that there was 20 people in the room raising their hand and 50 people were like, nah, we're scientists too. You know what I mean?
It was a marketing thing.
It'll be all right.
So the Artful Dodger says, very simple, mass energy, nuclear, the advancements made in fusion reactors. It's just that much more viable. I agree. They, I forget the name of the scientist. He's a guy that's like under fucking ground, and he made a particle fucking reactor that's like the size of a fucking shoebox that he powers everything he's got, and it's got tons of there is some chemical waste during making it, but outside of that, it is sustainable and never will. It's like a fucking star. It'll be there forever, damn near, for as long as you need it to.
Bro, wasn't there a kid like in the 80s that like got caught making a nuclear reactor in his parents' basement or something?
I don't know that, but I do know that this guy.
Nobody knew. He wasn't trying to like be sneaky about it. Just like it was easy to get the parts to do it, and he got the understanding.
I think it was jet fuel. I think it was jet fuel, color, not nuclear reactor. It was jet fuel that he was making. I think that's the story. It was jet fuel. But again, I agree. There is, I mean, listen, you can take something the size of a shed and power fucking half of Florida. You know what I'm saying? With this particle. But the thing they always say is that because of if it were to ever become radioactive or blow up, it would be like 3 atomic fucking bombs going off.
Right. Well, that's the thing, bro, is that, you know, in the year 2023, that's the part that's changed or that's gotten better is we've advanced so much in containment technology. It is so much more safe than it used to be. That a lot of people
with
on
nuclear.
On
this
the
is
green.
this is
all right.
this
I got it. I got something to say. So nuclear energy, I'm 100% in support of. For instance, France is 62% nuclear energy for their entire country. Their electricity production is 62%, almost 63% from nuclear reactors. The problem with nuclear in this country is, look up, it's called proliferation. What it means is that this nuclear material that we use, which is what's used in a reactor, once that material is used up, we don't recycle it. We go and bury it in a mountain. And that is because we have a law called proliferation. If we get rid of that law, then we can reuse a lot of the nuclear waste that we have. That's what France does. They recycle their
Yeah, but France, here's the deal.
They don't bury their shit in a mountain.
I don't understand this. Why are we not firing this shit out into space? I'm just saying, like, we can't. Either. We got this thing. Shoot it into fucking space and goodbye.
Send it
to the sun.
Right.
Don't even send it to the sun. Don't send it to the sun. I don't need the sun fucked with.
30 years later, oh dude, it's a speck on the sun's ass, bro. It ain't.
You won't even make it to the sun. It'll get blown up.
The sun wouldn't even notice it.
Why are we not taking shit that is man-made, that is toxic to keep, and just firing it out into space? I never understood it. Even when I was a little kid, they're like, "Oh, we got this garbage. Probably got." I'm like, send that shit to space.
I know.
You don't even need a driver. You fucking remote that bitch. Just take it out, and then once it gets out there, it'll continue to go forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you know what'll end up happening? We're gonna end up firing it in all these directions. Some alien's gonna come back and go, "Yo, what the fuck? Your shit landed on my front porch." You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there's a Star
Trek
return
to sender.
Of course there is color. Of course there is color. No, space junk is all the fucking non-working freaking satellites fucking flying around our fucking atmosphere.
Bro, the one thing we gotta be
color in and out. That's right, color. Shut up.
It might create nuclear man. We got to be careful shooting stuff into the sun. Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but Nuclear Man on The Simpsons is a good guy. Nuclear Man's a good guy on The Simpsons. So.
Well, it's where it came from, anyways. So.
That's right. Shoot your load in the sun.
Said the minister.
Gross. Damn. Tonk took it to a dark place. Said the minister. All right. Well, great TMI episode, everybody. I hope everyone's hit the like button. I mean, damn. If you haven't, you're probably not going to.
On a side note, are you supposed to be what's that? What's the name of the father from the Brady Bunch?
I don't know.
Because that's what I feel like in the Brady Bunch with the 3 little things on the side.
Oh,
here's the story.
Oh, I got you.
Named Brady.
Got you.
We all got to start looking at each other. Hey, Color, you son of a bitch.
Hold on, I'll do it.
There's Kev. Hey, Kev, how you doing, buddy? Like, so you gotta shake my hand. You gotta shake my hand, buddy.
Brady Bunch.
What are you doing down there, Color?
And then everybody has
Color,
to
stop
back
it.
straight and smile.
Hey, let me change this for you, Color.
Oh, man.
You guys are mean. You're just mean. You mean.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody getting involved in the comments.
Hey, thank you for the Artful Dodger.
Yeah, Artful Dodger with a great debate. I appreciate that. You know.
Welcome back here for the next episode.
Yeah, make sure to come back for TMI. Everyone is.
As Samuel. I don't remember y'all from any other episodes, so these are new people.
There is some. Well, there's all these people been around the tailgate. They're just finding their way to more TMI episodes, which is great because. Listen, guys, we do Dolphins talk. We do, sports stuff. We get shitty with it, not jiggy. We get shitty with it. Anyhow, we have a good time, but TMI is a broad look at, the other sports and then some fucking philosophical / a little bit of political bullshit. It keeps us diverse, keeps us, rolling. So we appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button and, fins up, right? See you guys next time.
Yeah,